And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball.
Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And with the regular season coming to an end, here are the new power rankings. They're still the top team in this league, sitting at number 1.
Well, right now for Detroit, they've tried a couple times to make a push up the rankings with no success. But I think they can be proud of where they landed.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Williams, and it's Williams in at the small forward. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Up top, Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Williams. Shoots over Thompson. Williams misses. Williams against Harris. Second shot opportunity, and Ivy lays it up and in.
And the hops on Ivy, making him a promising rebounder. But we got a taste of it right there.
Williams passes to Dort. Back to Williams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Thompson. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Williams. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And Williams drops them both. And here's Detroit. Last time they met in Detroit.
The last game between these teams was so close, but ultimately their bench put them over the top.
Yeah, depth plays a huge factor in this league. You can't win just with 5 guys.
Harris misses.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Tries from 6 feet. Williams misses.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Ivy's shot is off.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Ivy. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Duran. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Ivy outside. Pass to Duran. Thompson passes to Ivy. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot.
Look at the IQ. Such a smart play for a young player. Ivy executed the pick perfectly.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there. Cunningham with some nice D.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw is good from Thompson.
Well, in terms of pure talent, Asar Thompson has loads of it. I don't know if he has a ceiling.
Both free throws good from Thompson. Oklahoma City trailing. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Cunningham. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Cunningham passes to Harris. And here's Ivey from the arc. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Pass to Williams. From deep. Kept alive.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
There's Cunningham with a 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Wow, Cunningham dialing it up from three-point range.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 5. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Well, you know when your percentage from the field is in the low 30s, that means the game is not going your way.
Watching the film, guys, they were poor offensively. I expect much better execution tonight.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. He wants to review the game plan. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Williams. Joe's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. Beasley comes in for Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Ivey. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cunningham. A minute 58 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Williams. And here's Joe. Outside, Williams. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. Sends it home from three-point land. Williams has got 5 points.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. He loves seeing these type of results.
Outside Hardaway. The Thunder with the rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
The kick out to Williams. Outside Joe. And here's Caruso outside. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Yeah, usually Duren is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
Williams against Stewart, and it's rejected. Now here's Beasley. Not a lot of room. Pass to Schroeder. Up top, Stewart. He shoots. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him, and Detroit making a change here. And Williams drops them both. Detroit leading by 4. Outside Hardaway. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Detroit on top, leading by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Isaiah Joe is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Jones in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second.
2 shots. Shoot 2.
That one's good from Hardaway.
And with Hardaway, he has no fear on the court. To him, there's no defender he can't take on, no shot he can't make.
Jang, he's checked in for Jones. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Wiggins with a screen on Schroeder. Shai with a step. Outside Joe. Takes the 3. The rebound by Detroit.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Schroeder finds Thompson. Hardaway with it. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Beasley with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Beasley. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Wiggins.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jang. He's scoreless. Just 4 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Jang. Blocked!
Great recognition from Stewart. I like seeing him use his length and size to make an impact on defense.
Schroeder can't get it to go. Thunder trail by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And on offense, he's been a force, scoring over 30 a game. The layup off target. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Schroeder outside. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Pass to Caruso. Here's Jang. Wiggins passes to Joe. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Schroeder with it. He's guarded by Caruso. Outside Schroeder. Outside Hardaway to the paint. Stewart. Out to Thompson. Pass to Beasley. To the middle. Here's Hardaway. No good with a layup. Thunder trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Williams comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Hardaway. And Cunningham subbed in for Schroeder. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Cunningham passes to Harris. Off target with the 3. Thunder trail by 4. It's Dort on the wing. Pounded by Harris. Pass to Williams. And he converts the layup. Williams has got 9 points.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
Beasley outside. Back to Cunningham. Fires the three. The three ball, no problem for Cade.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Staying the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Here's Ivy, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. To the inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Ivy's got his third bucket of the night.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Caruso, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Caruso against Cunningham. Hardenstein passes to Williams. The three is up. And it's Hardenstein. That time on the assist from Williams. Hardenstein's gotten himself on the board with a three there. The Pistons leading. On the wing, Thompson. Caruso against Cunningham. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Thompson with a screen. Back to Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. Over Dort. Ivy's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Williams with it. On the wing, Caruso. Goes back up. The shot comes out, and the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Detroit on top. They lead by a bucket. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, But first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Look at Detroit. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Setting the floor for Detroit. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the three, the small forward. Williams' shot is good.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Now here's Thompson, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Duren with a screen on Williams. Thompson, no good. Oklahoma City has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Chalk up 2 there.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Cunningham looking it over. Ivy finds Cunningham. Throws it up high. Poked loose and stolen by Williams. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
Gilgeous-Alexander taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Pistons trail by 4. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Let's see which teams have been unwavering at the free throw line since the All-Star break. Second, the Thunder.
Ever since the break, they've been shooting with great confidence from the line, and their numbers reflect that.
Duren finds Ivy. Now Thompson. Harris outside. And here's Ivy from the arc. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
They set the screen. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Cunningham outside. Fires for 3. The shot misses. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Cunningham. He has 6. Left side, Williams. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Free throw drops for Williams. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Second free throw, no good.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Back to Thompson. Harris outside. Pass to Cunningham. Stop the drought. Again the miss by Cunningham.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Detroit.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively they've still found a way to get the lead.
Now here's Cunningham. Knocks down the long J. Cunningham's got 9.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
Pass to Dort. Williams with it. 3-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Harris passes to Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
And Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Down low. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Joe comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Beasley comes in for Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Ivy. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. Caruso outside. Wiggins outside. Clock at 4. Joe misses the 3. Detroit has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the 3rd. The shots just aren't falling. Durant finds Schroeder. And here's Beasley for the lead. He buries it from 3. Beasley's got 5 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Williams in the post. Covered by Schroeder. Williams misses. And here's Detroit. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Beasley for 3. Nails it from 3. And now it's a 4-point Detroit lead.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Pass to Schroeder. Beasley outside. Off target from 3-point range. Oklahoma City's got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. Caruso, the pass to Williams. There's 18 seconds left in the 3rd. Good.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Hardaway. Joe grabs the miss. Three-quarters of play and a close one here. Pistons ahead, up by 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Oklahoma City trailing. They've got Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Wiggins in at the 4. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
At the line for 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. The Pistons making a switch here. Reed's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Beasley misses. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. The rebound by Detroit.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And stolen by Caruso. To the middle. And Williams punches it home.
And that's That's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Now here's Schroeder. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Releases. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
You can trust that Hardaway Jr. will find his shots out there.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
Now here's Hardaway. Outside Schroeder. Williams grabs the board. The Thunder have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Paul Reed. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
The Thunder making a switch here. Dortch checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Outside Hardaway. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Stewart the pass to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins outside. Pass to Dort. Here's Williams. Back to Dort. Rebounded by Klintman. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Outside, Williams. Back to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Cunningham against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Pistons.
So for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Wiggins, and it's Jalen Williams in for Caruso. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves. And if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from Coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie. Back to Dort. Pass to Williams. There's a screen. Dort outside. From the arc. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Dort. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. For Detroit, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Got a hand on it. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
At the line for 2, Williams.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
Duran with a screen on Dort. Cunningham on the wing. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 57 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside, Williams. Dort, a screen on Harris. Williams from long range. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
One of the most underrated scorers in the NBA, Tobias Harris, is a tough assignment.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within 2 here.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt. Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And it's Detroit with the ball.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. Five to shoot. And Cunningham pulls it down. That'll count if it goes. Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
An amazing finish. It doesn't get any better than that.
Wow. Those are the moments you live for as a player. And as a coach, you're just thankful to come away with the win.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pistons, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Cade Cunningham.